Once upon a time, there was an old sow with 3 little pigs. Now, if you don't know what an old sow is, that's a mother pig that had, maybe in her lifetime, 50 or 100 little pig children. And this story is about the last 3 children she had, and by this time she was so poor from taking care of all her other children that she couldn't feed her last 3 little children, so she sent them out in the world to seek their fortune. Well, you know what happened? You know what? The first little pig met a man and a bundle of straw. This man had a bundle of straw. And the first little pig said to him, "Please, man, will you give me that straw to build me a house?" And by golly, the man did. And the little pig built his house with it. Now, you know, if the house was built of straw, that wasn't a very strong house. But it was a house, and it had a little window in it, a little door. And then along came a wolf. And the wolf knocked on the door, and he said, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig said, "No, no, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." Well, the wolf said, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." Well, this frightened the first little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed, and sure enough, the house fell over, and he ate up the little pig. Oh dear. The second little pig met a man with a bundle of sticks. Now, everybody knows that sticks are stronger than straw, but that's the way it was. And the second little pig said to the man, "Would you please give me those sticks to build a house?" And the man did. Boy, he was a kind man. And the little pig built his house with them. Now, he built a house just like the first little pig, only he built his of sticks. It had a window in it and a door, and it was stronger than the straw house, but by golly, along comes the same wolf again, and he said, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig said, "No, no, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. Well, boy, did this frighten the second little pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and at last he blew the house in, and he ate up the second little pig. Oh, dear. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks, and he said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build me a house." Well, now, bricks are much stronger than straw, and it's stronger than sticks. And so the third little pig made a brick house, and that is very strong. And it had a door in it and a window in it, just like the first pig and the second pig. Soon the wolf came along. That same bad wolf came along, and he said, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig said, "No, no, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." Well, then the pig said, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." Well, that third pig was surely frightened. And the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and huffed, but he couldn't blow the house in. At last the wolf stopped huffing and puffing and said, "Little pig, I know where there's a nice field of turnips." "Where?" said the little pig. "On Mrs. Smith's farm," said the wolf. "I will come for you tomorrow morning. We will all go together and get some turnips for dinner." "Very well," said the little pig. "What time will you come?" "Oh, at 6 o'clock," said the wolf. Well, the little pig got up at 5, and he went to Smith's farm and got the turnips before the wolf came to his house. Finally, the wolf came to the house, and he looked in the window and he said, "Little pig, are you ready?" asked the wolf. Well, the little pig said, "Ready? I have been and come back again, and I got a nice pot full of turnips for my dinner." The wolf was very angry, but then he thought of another way to get the little pig, so he said, "Little pig, I know where there is a nice apple tree." "Where?" said the pig. "Down at Mary Garden," replied the wolf. "I will come for you at 5 o'clock. We'll get some apples." Well, the little pig got up the next morning at 4 o'clock, and went off for the apples. He wanted to get back home before the wolf came, but it was a long way to Merry Garden, and then he had to climb the tree. Just as he was climbing back down with his basket full of apples, he saw the wolf coming. "Little pig," the wolf said, "you got here before me. Are the apples nice?" "Yes, very, very nice," said the little pig. "I will throw one down to you." And he threw the apple as far as he could throw. While the wolf ran to pick it up, the little pig jumped down and ran home. The next day the wolf came again and said to the little pig, "Little pig, there is a fair at Shanklin this afternoon. Would you like to go?" "Oh, yes," said the little pig. "When will you come for me?" "At 3, said the wolf. Well, the little pig went off at 2 o'clock and bought a butter churn at the fair. He was going home with it when he saw the wolf coming. The little pig jumped into the butter churn to hide. The churn fell over and rolled down the hill with the little pig in it. This frightened the wolf very much, and he turned around and ran home. Later the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him what had happened. "A great round thing came rolling down the hill right at me," the wolf said. "Ha! I frightened you then," said the little pig. "I went to the fair and bought a butter churn. When I saw you, I got into it and rolled down the hill." The wolf was very angry indeed. "I'm going to climb down your chimney and eat you up," he said. When the little pig heard the wolf on the roof, he hung a pot full of water in the fireplace. Then he built a blazing fire. Just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig took the cover off the pot, and in fell the wolf. The little pig quickly put on the cover again, boiled up the wolf, and ate him for supper. And the little pig lived happily ever after.